days of summer, the jasmines in bloom. July is dressed up and playing a tune, and I come la 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 la
Hey, what's good, y'all? Welcome to 2022, y'all. We made it past another year, yo. Yo, you deserve an achievement if you done went through these past 2 years and came out the other side. We need like a video game achievement for that junk, you feel me? Welcome to Yo a Nerd. I'm just a Genius Child, and today we're talking about the best of 2021, y'all. I got a whole list of things from 2021 that I want to talk about. Not really a whole list, it's only about like 5 of them for real, I'm not even gonna lie to you. Everything must be comic book related for all these categories. So, the couple categories that I'm gonna talk about today, and they are best comic book TV show, yes. Best cartoon, yes. Best indie comic released this year, yes. Best DC comic, best Marvel comic, and best comic book movie, okay? So first off, let's get into best comic book TV show, alright? And best comic book TV show goes to Superman and Lois. Bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. This is definitely my favorite comic book TV show that came out this year, man. And there was a good couple. I'm not gonna. Doom Patrol was cool. I definitely like Falcon and Winter Soldier. That joint was tough. Just watched Hawkeye. That joint was kind of cool. But the best to me was Superman and Lois, and that's weird because it's a CW show. And if you know me, you know I hates the CW. Them joints just be whack, and I thought this joint was gonna be whack way before it actually came out. But this joint is actually pretty dope. I cannot lie to you. This show is actually pretty good. I think his suit kind of looked a little weird and everything, and you know, some of the special effects ain't perfect, but it has a great storyline, how he interacts with the family, how he uses his powers, and kind of like, you know, everyday life and situations that happen, like, is real dope. And it has a pretty cool twist in it that I was not expecting. I was not expecting this twist, but I liked it. I really did. And I like how they did his sons. Like, I think this show really shows you can do something that's a little different, and as long as you do it right, it can still be dope, right? And I think this show did that, definitely. So, Superman and Lois is my favorite comic TV show, surprisingly. Not to put down other ones, but I think this one just all around was the best one for me. In my opinion, everything's my opinion, alright? This is my opinion. Don't be trying to come at me for my opinion, you feel me? But let's get on to the next category. Best comic book cartoon. Alright, and before I say the one that I dubbed the winner, I like to say honorable mention. This one is not going to win, but it's definitely dope. Super Crux. If you watch Super Crux, bro, please. It's on Netflix. It is real dope. It's an anime, and it's a Netflix anime, and it is fire. The music, my God, the music is top tier. The music is definitely top tier, bro. And then just the cartoon alone is just great. Like, bro, like, there's this, to not give anything too much, there's this scene where these two Super Crux, their power is basically like Wolverine and Deadpool. They just basically regenerate, right? So there's this big safe, and it's basically, if you run through it, it's like a motion. They send these blades just to cut you, just straight cut you, straight up. And then so they send two of these dudes, and they race through it, getting cut up, but just regenerating and being running, get cut up, and they having fun racing this. They're in this joint. This joint is tough. Super Crux is definitely, it's a little bloody, but not too bloody. Like, it's a little gory. It's definitely funny, and it's like it's basically like the good parts of anime that I like mixed in with superhero stuff, so it's real dope. But I'm talking too much about it and it ain't even win. Let's go into the winner. The winner of Best Comic Book Cartoon of the Year for 2021 is Invincible, bruh. Invincible, bruh. Invincible, that proves, bruh, that animation is the best like format for like comic book stuff. After the show, I started really reading the comic book for real. Oh my god, bro, the show is just as good as the comic book, and the comic book is good, bruh. Like, if you haven't read the comic book and if you haven't watched the show, please do both. Please do both. And then Invincible, man, this man, for his name being Invincible, gets beat up a lot. A lot, yo. I've never seen a character get his ass whipped more than Invincible. But he comes back for more. So maybe he is invincible. He comes back for more. But Invincible is a great show, and I think you should definitely watch it. Definitely check out the comic book too. And Invincible gave us some great memes. Yes, it did. Think. It gave us some great memes, yo. Invincible was terrific. Okay, let's get into some comic book stuff next. Let's talk about the best indie comic that came out in 2021. And winner is, drum roll please, and Radiant Black. The winner is Radiant Black, y'all. Yes, bruh. Oh my god. Radiant Black, somebody told me that Radiant Black is basically Power Rangers on steroids. Bruh, they was wrong. It's Power Rangers on steroids, on shrooms, on acid, bruh. This joint is tough. Yo, and I heard that one of the writers for Power Rangers is writing for Radiant Black. So, maybe that's why, but this joint is tough, man. This joint needs to be a animated series. Definitely, yo. Radiant Black is legit dope, and I just like the writing of it. I like the twist that happens way at the beginning of the story. Like, Radiant Black and the covers, bro. The covers alone. I would buy this comic just for the covers. Just for the covers, because they just tough. The covers are wild. But along with great art, it has great story and like characters that you can actually really get into for real. And then it's really a great world, and now that it's on, like, I think number 11 it's on right now, like, you're seeing that this could go for a while. A lot could happen with this comic, and I think in the future, if this continues to grow and it continues to be dope, we may see some animated of Radiant Black. Don't quote me, but we may see it, and if it happens, do quote me. Just remember that you heard it from me. But Radiant Black is definitely one of my favorite indie comics that came out this year. There's been a lot of real dope ones, like Firepower. Firepower is pretty dope. So a lot of dope indie comics that came out, but I think above a lot, Radiant Black is just up there, and it's a great comic. Please check it out if you get a chance. Let's keep on with comic book stuff. Let's talk about Marvel's best comic of 2021. Okay? And drum roll please. And Daredevil. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, I could be a little biased because Daredevil is one of my favorite Marvel heroes. One of my favorite heroes, period, for real. But this new run with Daredevil has been completely fire. Completely fire, man. Daredevil has been through it. Daredevil to murder somebody. He had to go to jail for his time. Like, you got Elektra that ends up becoming Daredevil. He's still dealing with Kingpin, bruh. Like, this Daredevil run has not missed. Like, for me, not one issue has been bad. Not one issue has been bad at all. And it just keeps being dope. Like, you get appearances from Spider-Man in that joint. Iron Man, I believe, makes an appearance. Like, it is a great comic. Like, if you especially, it's like street level supreme. Like, it's like street level supreme. Like, it's like when if you really want some like street level heroes, you know, like that real grittiness, like Daredevil, this comic is that. And like all year, it has just been fire. And this Daredevil has led up to this new Marvel event called Devil's Reign that is also fire. I'll be talking about that in a video in the future, so please come back for that. But it leads up to this big Marvel event, and Kingpin is like, you know, like the big bad of this event, and you can't really go wrong with Kingpin as the big bad for real. You really can't. If you in New York, you really can't go wrong with that. But this Daredevil run, there's been a lot of really dope Marvel runs this whole year. Like Moon Knight also was dope, that I was ready to say Moon Knight because I've been loving that. But I just think this Daredevil just keeps me interested every week. Your bro, like every time it comes out, like I'm just like, yo, what's going on with the Daredevil? Like they got Elektra being Daredevil, you know, she doing her own thing, you know, Kingpin's another story, and then there's the whole like criminal organizations going at it. Like it's a real good comic, bro. Like it needs, like if they do another show like this, could be legit. You could just take the comic and make it the show. But Daredevil is definitely Marvel's best comic to me, in my opinion, of 2021. So let's flip it over to DC Comics right now. So best DC comic of 2021 would have to be, drum roll, and Other History of the DC Universe. Now, bruh, this joint is written by John Ridley, who is killing it right now on all boards. Like he's writing Black Panther right now, he's writing the new Black Batman right now. Yo is killing it. He's really writing some real shit. And in the Other History of the DC Universe, it dives into like characters as their real person, like how they really are outside of being superheroes, like their real personal thoughts, things they go through, right? And he's been doing a lot for, like, you know, the people of color in the DC universe. Now, my favorite one was the Black Lightning, because Black Lightning is one of my favorite heroes, and he really dives into like Black Lightning, like being a black superhero, his thoughts on being a black superhero, his thoughts on other black superheroes. Like it legit is one of the best like reads, like not even just 2021, like it's real good, and it's like, bruh, like it makes you really feel like they real, like dang, I ain't know Black Lightning was going through all that. Like it make you really feel it. But, and especially, you know, as a black person, you know, like it dives deep into that being a black superhero and what he may go through, you feel me? And then so please check out the Other History of the DC Universe. That is easily my favorite comic of 2021. Now they come in these big old jokes, yo. I don't like this. I like my old, you know, slender comics, real easy to hold. These old big old magazine type things is crazy, but still really good. Still really great comic, and you should definitely check it out. Now, coming to the last category, which is a big one, okay? Best comic book movie of 2021. Now, what came out this year? A lot came out this year. So, let's go through it. Zack Snyder's Justice League came out this year. The Eternals came out this year. Shang-Chi came out this year. Black Widow came out this year. Spider-Man came out this year. The Suicide Squad came out this year. And I think that's pretty much it of the comic book movie-wise, right? So, which one is going to win? Now, I'm telling you, it's definitely not Eternals or the Suicide Squad, because both of those was whack. Yes, they was. Both of those whack, and definitely not Black Widow, because we forgot that even really happened for real. So, definitely not Black Widow. So, really, it was up to two movies, and I think we all know what these two movies are. We all know. The Zack Snyder Justice League and Spider-Man No Way Home. Okay. Now, if you haven't seen Spider-Man No Way Home, I'm not going to, like, spoil anything for you for I'm going to talk about it a little bit, so, but not really spoil anything for you. You probably should have seen the movie already. But these two movies were masterpieces. For me, these two movies saved 2021 with comic book movies for real. Because I think most of the movies really was just kind of mid or weak besides these two. Like Suicide Squad was weak. I think Shang-Chi out of all of them besides, you know, Spider-Man or Zack Snyder's Justice League was okay. It was good. It was okay. You feel me? But all the other ones were kind of weak. Now these two movies, Zack Snyder's Justice League and Spider-Man No Way Home, definitely saved the whole year. And we started off really with Zack Snyder's Justice League and ended with Spider-Man No Way Home, which is pretty dope. So we started off on a good note and ended on a good note. So with that being said, the winner between these two movies is and Zack Snyder's Justice League. Yes, yes, man, yes. And that is nothing against Spider-Man No Way Home, because that is a great movie. Great movie. But Zack Snyder's Justice League, to me, is the best comic book movie ever to come out. Like, that joint was just tough. All the stuff, you know, leading up to it, you know, hearing about it, what happens with the movie, and finally getting that movie, and that's tough. And it's crazy to me that we were supposed to get that movie way back in 2017, which would have been even better. But that movie as a whole literally was like Lord of the Rings with superheroes, for real. Like, that was tough. But Spider-Man was really great. Spider-Man was really great. And I think, for me, I just think Spider-Man No Way Home just wasn't better than Spider-Man 2, which doesn't make it better than Zack Snyder's Justice League. And I feel like Spider-Man, this not being a bad thing, just that a lot of nostalgia and everything from old and mixed with new just drove that movie more than the actual movie. Even though the movie was still great, I don't want to say, don't take me no way saying that movie's not good, but it is good. But I think just the nostalgia and things mixed it, took it way ahead, you feel me? Whereas Justice League, we was really supposed to get this movie in 2017, and like, just as it was without the nightmare scene. And I think that was just fire. Just the movie itself is just fire. It didn't need no nostalgia, you know. It had Batman vs Superman and Man of Steel leading up to that, which was dope, which I think that was just fire. And Spider-Man, you know, Spider-Man No Way Home was like that. That joke was tough. But I just feel like Zack Snyder's Justice League was just better than Spider-Man No Way Home. But like I said, Spider-Man No Way Home was still great. So all in all, for like comic book stuff wise, everything, 2021 was a pretty good year. I think we had some pretty good runs with DC Comics and also Marvel Comics. I think some indie comics really were great. Like Philadelphia was great throughout this year. Like I saw Radiant Black, Nocteria was good. Like, there was a whole bunch of good comics. And then, you know, in DC we got, like, you know, Milestone came back this year, which was tough. They went through all that. Nubia came out this year, like, that was tough. Like, just everything. Future State was pretty tough. Like, I think that it was a great year for comics, and this year really built for a lot of things just to do more, especially in DC and Marvel, and especially with movies. I think movies, that kind of was a lower point, not even gonna lie to you. I think the shows helped it out. Shows kept it good. Shows kept it up, but the movies was kind of a low point in 2021. I didn't watch too much anime. There was a lot of DC animated movies that came out that I needed to watch that I didn't watch. I need to jump on those because I heard those were pretty tough. You know, Marvel's What If with the animated was great. That was tough. So we had a pretty good year with comic things. But I think next year, especially with, you know, like Batman coming out, Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness and all that coming out next year. I think next year is going to be an even bigger year for like comic book stuff, and, you know, even actual comics like DC, Marvel. I think indie, I don't know really what's ready to come out next year with indie, but we will see. But they haven't really disappointed me. Indie comics have been, you know, dope ones just coming off the shelf, you feel me? So all in all, I would give 2021 on the nerd scaledom, I give it like a smooth 7. A smooth 7 all around for 2021 in the whole nerd fandom, you feel me? So that is my list. If you got any problems with the list, just let me know. We can talk about it. We can discuss it, you know. Let's talk about it for real. But please subscribe to my channel. Yo, a nerd. I'm Justin Genius Child. Thank y'all for watching and welcome to 2022, y'all. Happy New Year. And please watch all my videos this year and tell your friends about my videos this year. Alright, y'all. Peace.